Hello, hello. Happy Sunday again. I hope that you got a snack, you got something to drink during our little intermission, and we are here to wrap up our Sunday shows, and also wrap up our season 11 of shows. And, there's a saying, we save the best for last. It's true. It's absolutely true. We've got a dynamic duo tonight, or this afternoon, or whenever you're watching this, that's going to knock your socks off with their twisty tails and multiple characters. And it's just, you have to see it to believe it. Please welcome to the stage, Portman 2.
Everybody, we are Jay and Rick. We are Portman 2. We're going to do a show for you using two suggestions, two words that have some phonetic resemblance or unit shared together. So can we get a suggestion of one multisyllabic word to start?
Confident.
Ooh, confidence.
Confidence. Excellent.
Great. And could we also, using one of the subsets of like the parameters of the inside part of the word, possibly by dividing it up into the syllables, but however you want to slice it, ka or n or fid or ns or confid or ins, however you slice it. Something that rhymes with one of them.
Fence.
Fence. Yeah. Fence.
Fence. Okay.
Fence. Yeah.
Great.
I'll go because I'm thinking. So confidence popped in my head as soon as I heard it. Confidence, I feel like, used to historically mean to me the idea that, like, even though you may not know exactly what you're doing, even though you may be in some foreign situation, you show up as seeming like you know what's happening, or you seem like you know like what's to do, or how to do it, or you just have a style, even though you don't maybe know any of those things. So it's, for me, confidence feels a lot like kind of like a jacket that you just are comfortable putting on. You're like, I know what's happening.
Right. And you just did that. Both
I
of
did.
those things, probably. Fence is one of those words where, like, yeah, okay, cool. You've got a fence in your yard. Got it. Oh, but wait, it also means like I can fence something on the black market. And it's one of those ones. Sometimes you've got those words and you're like, oh yeah, I totally can see how the one word like got into usage to become the other word. But this one, like, was there like a Wilson like hiding behind a fence being like, hey man, do you want some illicit materials? Don't tell it. Like, how did fence become to mean those two things? Is it just one of those things where, oh yeah, one was an English root and one was a French root and it's just complete coincidence? That stuff is weird.
Yeah, those are the things that I think I'm probably never going to find an answer out that I agree with, because I can look it up and figure it out, but I'm like, I'm probably not. I'm going to feel doubtful. I already know.
I definitely have looked up the origins of words. I'm like, nah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, come on. You're trying to retcon this, but that's fine.
Condefense.
Yeah, condefense. I was thinking confidence, but condefense is better. Condefense. Yeah, condefense.
Condefense.
Just a couple more minutes in there, Rhodey.
Oh, okay.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Am I doing great?
You got 3 more clues to find. I mean, you got. Let me check. Yeah, you got almost 30 seconds.
30. Oh, okay. This gnome has been staring at me the whole time.
No, nothing there.
Oh gosh. Clue. Give me a clue. I want a clue.
You're finding the clues, Rhodey. You're finding the clues, and then I will tell you a clue based on what you have found. That's how this works.
Okay, all right. What about this Rosie the Riveter calendar?
Uh,
Okay.
uh,
All right. I mean, it's an old calendar, but
Any important dates that are important to you?
oh, November 16th?
Mm,
No, no.
15 seconds.
Okay. Okay. Jack, October 31st.
Okay,
I don't.
you got 2 more clues to find. You're at time. You're at time. So there were 2 more clues. So the weeping man that's in the back of the room. That he's got a clue. It's in his pocket. It's in his breast pocket.
I, did-
You're
I
supposed,
didn't
you're
want
supposed
to
to
talk
reference.
to him because he seemed to be genuinely hurting, and he looked like he needed his space. And
I mean, if you want to win, I've lost everything, and no one will even talk to me.
sir, I cleared my throat and looked in your general direction, and you just didn't do anything. So I thought
Ah,
honestly, I thought you were a security guard or something, man.
a little bit of empathy. That puts 30 seconds back on the clock. I'm going to give you 30 seconds with the weeping man.
Oh, okay. Hi. Okay? What happened? Why are you crying? Can I lift your arms here? I need to look under.
I'm
Could
not
you?
a thing. I'm not a thing. I'm a person.
Yeah, no, that's great because that means you can stand, and then I could look like on your back and see if there's a clue on your back.
Go ahead. Look at me.
Okay, what's your name?
Look at me.
Is
Go
that a clue?
ahead. Go ahead. Look at me.
You're so wet. Why are you so wet, sir?
Because I'm perspiring and I'm crying. Haven't you ever cried? Haven't you ever really cried? Huh?
Ow. Yes. Yeah, of course I have. I mean, just a few seconds ago when I thought that I lost the challenge, I was crying because I really want to free my mom.
Eh.
Oh,
Hey, good news. That was the buzzword. You get 30 more seconds on the clock. You were getting pretty close. Mom was the secret word. So another 30 seconds.
is she okay, Jack? Is she all right? God, okay. Sir, I still haven't found your clue. Do you have any idea?
Why don't you rifle through my pockets?
Okay,
Really?
all right. Look, I gotta save my mom. What? You just have like double bubble, so much double, and it's wet. Why do you have wet gum in your pocket, sir?
Why do you think I have wet double bubble gum in my pocket?
Oh God, this is the clue, isn't it? Okay.
Because if you can figure that out.
Oh God. Okay. Oh God. Things keep getting yanked out of this room. It's really disturbing. Hey.
Hey, I came in to tell you about Mom. Look, I don't think I have much time, okay? But I figured maybe because I was your brother, maybe they.
Scott! Okay. Okay.
That was a little mistake. I'm gonna dock you 10 seconds off the clock for that.
Well, no, but that wasn't my mistake.
It was Scott's mistake. Scott's mistake is Rudy's mistake.
Wet bubble gum, wet double bubble, double boil in trouble. The cauldron burns and boils double. No, I don't. I want out. That looks like a Komodo dragon. They're highly poisonous. Okay, nice. Why? I didn't know Komodo dragons barked or yipped. What are you? Oh God, this is part of the clue. Hey, buddy, you want some wet bubble gum? Okay, all right, good. I didn't know Komodo dragons could blow bubbles. I wish you guys let me have my phone in here. This would be a great TikTok. Oh, oh my gosh. Now that the pink bubblegum layer is over everything, I can see the hidden words on the wall.
Why don't you read them, Rudy?
Uh, your mother's not here. She was never really here. This was all a trick.
Where's Rudy? I want to see Rudy. Doctor, I don't know what's happening. I just want my son.
Mrs. Simonson, everything is okay. You've been given a sedative, so you should be more relaxed than you are right now.
Uh, Doctor, if you don't mind me saying so, the way you're dressed with a nightcap and an eye patch and a severe burn on your face, it makes it hard to believe you're even a doctor. I hope it's okay for me to say that.
No, no, because the scar on my face is not how I dress. That's part of my body. I don't have a choice about that. You can't make judgments on me based on how I.
All right, which one looks better? The yellow top or the burn? The facial burn. What do you think?
Is this like a casual event or formal or
A
semi-formal?
little more formal. That's why I was thinking. I don't think the yellow shirt.
I think the burn. If it's
Yeah.
formal, then you want to show people that like you've had a life.
Right. Right?
Yeah, it's distinguished but worldly.
Yeah, I think this is the. If I'm going to accept an award on behalf of a kids' ward, I mean, I want them to see that I've lived a little bit, you know?
Yeah, and especially like they'll immediately be thinking, how did this guy interact with kids in any positive or healthy way that didn't just make them immediately cry?
Hey, kids!
Oh,
I'm your substitute teacher!
oh, what? Why? I, I have, Mr. Substitute Teacher, I have so many questions.
I can answer any question. Don't ask me any questions about anything you see on my face. Other than that, I can answer any question that you like.
Okay, we're in a medical ward for children's leukemia. Why did they send in a substitute teacher?
Well, it's a long story. I was a hit. I accepted the award. I was a hit. So thank you for that.
You could. Do you want to take the scar off, or you need?
Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? Sorry.
It's it's crazy how you can put on something and it just changes how you talk and how you think and
Oh,
what you do to children.
it's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. It's almost like a joie de vivre, you know?
No, what?
Isn't that French for like having like a certain style?
Are you're speaking French now? You've won one award and now you think you're better than I am?
Well, the award was for speaking French to kids. I just didn't think that was showing off.
I was trying to be supportive, okay? I helped dress you up for it. I helped you prepare your speech. I and now you're throwing it in my face. I thought, no, no.
No, Ronald, it's not like that. I just yeah, I was thinking like, je ne sais quoi, like oh God, I've
I
done
don't
it.
know what that means. It probably means I still think I'm better than you. That's what it sounds like.
I do think that I'm slightly better than you, Bill.
Mrs. Simonson, your son is on the television screen, vying for your safety.
Oh my God!
How does that make you feel?
I'm worried about Rudy and where's Scott? Scott hasn't been in to see me, but I saw him when he wheeled me in here. He was covered in some sort of, I don't know, some kind of a goo.
What color was the goo, Mrs. Simonson?
It was sort of a teal color. I wouldn't call it blue exactly. Like not maybe exact. Like teal might be not it, but like maybe like aquamarine or like a variant of a teal, like a because it's not straight up teal. Like I would.
Mrs. Simonson, I have terrible news for you. If that goo had been just green or just blue, it would have been a fine goo. But blue-green aquamarine-ish goo is toxic. Your son most likely won't make it through the show.
It all has been a trick, Rudy. I locked you inside because I wanted to teach you a lesson. You you are not treating your mom the way that you should. And all of us in the family, yes. It's me, Scott.
Scott?
We all wanted to teach you a lesson.
Scott, you were Jack and the crying man the whole time?
Yeah, check it out.
That's so crazy how you can put on one thing and it just changes your behavior, your emotion, all that stuff.
It's yeah. I mean, it's a way of thinking. It's a way of.
So mom's okay? She's not actually about to be thrown off a bridge?
No, I mean we're planning to throw her off a bridge because
Well, don't.
this experiment didn't work. This experiment with you, the way you were supposed to, there were,
I showed empathy, remember?
yeah, for one moment.
Plus, I did this whole thing for mom. I care about mom. Just because I want her to cook and clean and do all that stuff doesn't mean I don't love her.
Why don't you tell that to mom?
Mom!
Really?
Mom! Oh. Scott, this is really weird now. Oh, now you're the crying man?
Wait, have you been talking to Scott?
Scott, this is weird. Just take the mask off and be Scott again.
What are you, Rudy? What are you talking about? Shh. I'll be outside if you two need me. Shh.
Mom, I'm messed up, okay? I'm confused. I'm scared, but know that I love you, okay?
Really love me?
Yes.
I don't want to just hear it. I just don't want to think it. I want to be confident.
Wait, were you behind this all too? Did you and Scott plan all of this just to put me in my place?
Let me tell you a little story about what happened with your father. We already have a perfectly fine son. I want you to get me pregnant so we can have a son that will create a scheme to prove to me that the first son loves me, Barney. I don't understand what's so confusing about that.
There are a few things confusing about that, Megan. Perfectly fine son, why have another? Do you really need a son to have a whole scheme? You can scheme with one son. Like Rudy's not dumb. You can do your little schemes with him.
I'm not confident that you're part of this overall family, Barney. Okay?
I'm the father to your child. I've lived with you for 7 years. What do you... Don't, Megan.
I'm gonna throw you off a bridge. I'm sorry, Barney.
Don't. That's so not. Where's your empathy, Megan? Where's your empathy?
You're gonna fall into the water, not onto concrete. That's the most empathetic I can be. Shunk.
Ah!
I have made some mistakes, okay? I have made some mistakes. I need to tell you something, okay? I had a test tube baby and it was Scott. I used your DNA because your father wouldn't have another son with me. So I used your DNA and I made a less good version of you, which is
Mom, that is not okay. What?
I told you about it. I mean, what I confessed. Does that not mean anything anymore?
Yeah. I don't. Now I understand why the crying man moved me, because he reminded me of Dad so very wet.
It's all starting to make. That's enough questions from you. Less good version of me.
No, Mom said you were the less good version. Wait, that is you, Scott, under the jack mask? Okay, good. It would have been really confusing if you had been somebody else, like Mom or the doctor with the scar.
Oh, do you want to see the doctor with the scar? He's great. Hey, come out here, Doc. I have a vague accent, and I'm somewhat threatening. Look behind me on this screen. Oh. Yeah. We get it. It's this thing he does about the screen. He does this whole thing about the screen. Let it go.
Also, like, where do you get like a sheep cane that's big enough to just hold people? That's
eBay. It's
okay.
A long way.
Well, Scott, Mom and I have worked things out. Well, no, that's not true. We have issues, but we talked, and you and I should talk. We really need to figure this out, bro. Son, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
I'm gonna flood one of these chambers, either the one that you're in or the one that I'm in.
Flood it with what?
Just like a basic acid, like a slow dissolving acid.
Acids are the opposite of bases. You can't have a basic acid. That'd be like water.
Water. That's what I was trying. I was trying to go a roundabout way of saying. It seems like a fitting.
Scott, you do all these elaborate schemes.
Yeah. Oh, well, I miscalculated.
Both our chambers are filling with water.
Yep. I feel like of all the mistakes I could have made, this was the one that I was really hoping I had gotten.
Just turn it off, Scott. What? This makes no sense. Scott, turn off. No.
Well, I guess that settles it once and for all. You're the better one.
Scott, why did the water leave a blue residue, or is it green? What is this?
I don't feel good. That's our show.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Portmanteau. That's it. That's a wrap on season 11. We did it. We did it. And in a week and a couple of days, we're going to start season 12. Woo! All right. I hope that everybody has a great rest of their Sunday or whatever day it is that you are watching this. Thank you so much for tuning into Highwire for another wonderful season. Stick around for even more. Go to highwireimprov.com for all of the happenings that are going on in person, online,